Welcome back, detectives. Today I have exclusive, overwhelming evidence that I know exactly how Jason and Lucia's story is going to end from beginning to finish. Based on information provided by Rockstar that they have hidden directly in our faces this whole time. I am the first and only YouTuber to crack this case wide open. Let's investigate. Now, everyone thinks Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be a fun, high-speed ride through Vice City, a modern-day Bonnie and Clyde love story where we drift cars, rob banks, and ride off into the sunset with millions of dollars. But Rockstar Games is hiding a much darker truth right in front of us. What if I told you the entire plot of GTA 6 has already been written by real-world history? Rockstar didn't just pick their marketing and release dates at random. By cross referencing the official character leaks, hidden trailer dialogue, the exact lyrics of the soundtrack, and the literal date Rockstar has used for this game's rollout, we have unlocked a secret criminal calendar. A calendar that proves Jason and Lucia aren't building an empire, they are trapped in a hard coded countdown to devastation and betrayal. Chapter 1: The Reverse Dillinger Blueprint. To understand how this story ends, we have to look at how it starts. And that takes us straight to the month of September. The single biggest historical blueprint for GTA 6 isn't Scarface or Miami Vice. It's America's most famous bank robber, John Dillinger. And Rockstar left an absolute bombshell clue hidden right in plain sight inside the names. The legendary outlaw name is John Dillinger. Jason's official confirmed full name in the game, Jason Duval. They share the exact same JD initials. But if you think Jason's initials are the only clue, look at the woman who started it all. John Dillinger's real life partner in crime was a woman named Billy Fricchetti. Born on September 15, her story is the legit blueprint for Lucia. On September 6, 1924, a young Navy veteran named John Dillinger went AWOL, ruined his military career, and committed his very first armed robbery. Now look at Jason's official background profile. It says Jason joins the army to shake off his troubled teens, hits a dead end, and fell right back into a life of crime working for an older Keys drug runner named Brian Hedger. It is a beat for beat match. But history gets deeper. Just 10 days later, on September 16th, Dillinger was hit with a massive, deeply unjust prison sentence that completely hardened him against society. This is the exact moment Lucia's story triggers. Now, trailer 1 opens with Lucia in a Leonida prison jumpsuit, telling her parole offer she's inside because of what? Bad luck. Her bio confirms she went down fighting for her family, and now a cold, ruthless strategist is what she is. A cold, ruthless strategist. In 1934, Billy Fricchetti was aggressively cornered and arrested by lawmen while Dillinger watched helplessly from a block away, unable to save her. She was sent away to a federal prison for 2 years. This is exactly why trailer 1 opens with Lucia behind bars and why trailer 2 shows Jason pulling up to prison gates to finally pick her up. That's because Jason was there when she got arrested and he couldn't do nothing about it. Which is why when the guard asks Jason, "I seen you here before?" It's a direct historical nod. Jason was watching from a block or two away when Lucia initially went down. Finally, look at September 26, 1933. That is the exact day the legendary Dillinger Gang was officially formed during a violent prison break. In the game, this is where Lucia's sheer luck gets her out of prison. She immediately grabs Jason, uses his blind loyalty, and links up with Raul Batista, a seasoned, reckless bank robber looking for high risk talent. Just like Billy Fricchetti, who left prison and turned her criminal legacy into a public show called Crime Doesn't Pay. Lucia is about to turn her new life with Jason into a viral social media filled crime spree, and I believe they're going to use the music industry to do so. Chapter 2: The Diary of Secrets and the Tom Petty Pathway, June 25th. So the Outlaws are united. But this isn't a story about equal partners. This is where Rockstar uses their official pre-order launch date, June 25th, to drop a massive psychological clue. June 25th is the exact date in history that the Diary of Anne Frank was published, the ultimate historical record of a young girl living a double life, hiding out in a secret annex, terrified of an anonymous tipster. June 25th is also the day history put a woman on trial, Madame Bouvier, a story about a woman destroying her life to chase a lavish luxury dream she couldn't afford. Who does that sound like to you? This perfectly bridges the gameplay's trust mechanic and the soundtrack in game. The leaked code revealed a dynamic character trust system. You aren't automatically allies. You have to actively manage your exposure, ducking the law when you have run-ins with them in rundown motels and trailer parks while harboring deep eternal secrets. And right here is where Rockstar pulled off their ultimate trick hidden in plain sight. Lucia's last name. Her last name is Caminos. Her full name is Lucia Caminos. In Spanish, the word Caminos literally translates to roads or pathways. Her name is literally Lucia Rhodes. Now listen to the lyrics of the Tom Petty theme song in trailer 1. It is written from the perspective of a man looking back at a manipulative woman. I'm going to put it up here on the screen. The lyric says, "There was a girl I knew. She said she cared about me. She tried to make my world the way she thought it should be." Lucia's bio explicitly says she wants the lavish life her mother dreamed of, and she is prepared to take matters into her own hands, no matter what it takes. She is using Jason's affection to rewrite his world. When Tom Petty sings, "Yeah, love is a long, long road," he isn't just singing background music. He is literally singing her name. Her very identity is a warning to Jason that their path together is a long, toxic trauma bond born out of criminal desperation, and it is entirely designed to destroy them. Chapter 3: The Lady in Red and the Clout Industry, July and August. As the timeline moves into July and August, the relationship begins to roll, or I should say, rot from the inside out. And the soundtrack shifts to Mask the Danger. Trailer 2 features the hot song Hot Together. In the music world, it sounds like a fun Miami club track, but in criminal slang, to be hot means attracting heavy enforcement from law. The lyrics scream, "Burn it up, baby. We could be so hot together." And that is exactly what they do. Lucia drags Jason away from the quiet swamps of the Keys and throw him into Vice City's flashy music and club scene, using a high-profile character like Booby, Ike, and the viral rap duo Real Dimes to chase fame and execute high-stake robberies. They think they can dance this dance forever, but they are building a massive digital footprint on social media, drawing a federal dragonet right down on their heads. This is giving shades of Queen and Slim for sure. Now, history tells us exactly when the trap snaps shut. July 22nd is the anniversary of John Dillinger, our real life JD. He was ambushed and gunned down by FBI agents outside of a theater. How did they catch him? His closest ally, known as the Lady in Red, cut a secret deal with the feds to save herself and pointed him out in the crowd. This is the exact setup for the massive dialogue leak in trailer 2. We hear Jason's friend Cal Hampton tracking Coast Guard radios and a voice warning Jason. They got your name, your address, they got everything. Us cops, we gotta protect each other. The feds have compromised Jason. A deal has been cut behind closed doors. By the time we hit August 9th, the anniversary of the Charles Manson murders, where a mastermind used psychological manipulation to make others pull triggers while keeping their own hands clean, Lucia has pushed Jason to the absolute point of no return, I should say. Chapter 4, The Point of No Return, November 19th. This brings us to the game's definitive official release date, November 19th. This is the moment the player is handed full control of the tragedy. In criminal history, November 19th, 1932 is the exact day Bonnie and Clyde successfully pulled off their very first major bank robbery, cementing their legacy as nationwide outlaws. But November 19th, 2017 is also the exact day field mastermind Charles Manson died. Rockstar locked in November 19th because it represented both the birth of an outlaw couple and the ultimate expiration date of a master manipulator. That is some beautiful storytelling by Rockstar, I must admit. In the game, veteran robber Raul Batista forces the crew to double down on a massive, high stakes, statewide vault heist. Paranoia hits a boiling point. The Vice City music crew turns on them, with lines from the transcript screaming, "Yo, D, this fool's a fed." The game's leaked developers code reveal that your choices trigger heavy suspicion prompts like accuse of holding back and question motivation, which will be two options in story mode. You have to maintain trust between you and Jason and Lucia. That has to be there. The lines between love, undercover law enforcement, and criminal survival are completely erased. The heist spirals into total chaos, and the trust mechanic forces you to make a decision by the end of the game. Chapter 5, The Rooftop Rat and the Final Funeral, May 26th, the original release date. Now, every single piece of media Rockstar used to build this game, Scarface, Miami Vice, Queen and Slim, Bonnie and Clyde, in the exact same way, it all ended the same, even with John Dillinger. In a blood-soaked police ambush, and Rockstar hid the final ending right in their original heavily teased launch window of May 26th. While Bonnie and Clyde were killed on May 23rd, history notes that Bonnie Parker's massive public funeral, where 20,000 people packed the streets, was officially held on what day? May 26, 1934. This is not a coincidence. And if it is, it's way too many. The final lyrics of Tom Petty's song tells the final story of Jason. The lyrics echo, and give her one more chance to try and save my soul. Yeah, it was hard to give up. Some things are hard to let go. Jason realizes too late that he was a pawn in an inescapable game, but his blind loyalty made it too hard to let go. He kept giving Lucia one more chance to save his soul. So when betrayal hits, I have to ask this question: who betrays who? For months, fans thought Jason was the definitive undercover agent. But look at this massive visual clue Rockstar hid in their official artwork. It's right here on your screen. A literal rat is placed right on the rooftop behind Lucia, top left. In the world of crime drama, developers don't hide a rat next to its protagonist by accident. This turns our entire calendar theory into a game of psychological chicken. Lucia betrays Jason's heart by using him as a pawn for her luxury fantasy. But did she also take a confidential informant deal to buy her sheer luck exit from prison? When the feds back them into a corner, the trust mechanic shatters. If your in-game trust level is low, the double gains catch up. You turn on each other and you sell your partner out to the feds. If it's high, you realize the trap too late, step out of that getaway car together into an absolute hell of bullets, and face the exact May 26 funeral destiny history wrote for you. Rockstar didn't just write a video game script. They weaponized the calendar of criminal history. Now, epilogue, the trailer 3 prediction. But wait, if June 25th was the pre-order and November 19th is the launch date, when is trailer 3 dropping? If this criminal calendar theory is 100% correct, we can use history to predict the exact week Rockstar will drop the next trailer. Look at October. On October 4th, 1985, Miami Vice Season 2 premiered, completely defining the neon undercover cop aesthetic of Miami. And on October 12th, 1933, John Dillinger executed his legendary prison jailbreak to start his bank robbing sprees. Because Rockstar historically dropped trailers on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the calendar pattern points directly to the second week of October. Mark your calendars for Tuesday, October 6th or Thursday, October 8th. That is the exact historical window where the masses of Rockstar come off. The undercover cop twist will be teased, and the final countdown to our November release date will officially begin. My job isn't to make you believe me, it's to find the evidence, make you think, and let you decide the outcome. If you feel like I'm onto something and you want to see more, then hit the subscribe button, like, and hype if you feel like I've earned it, so you can become a detective and help us solve these endless mysteries. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.